gentlemen, welcome to another episode. It's going to be a bit different. I just want to get right into it. Um, so, lately I've been seeing and hearing a lot of stuff about people who are depressed. And you see this word getting thrown about a lot of things. A lot of general stuff that, if we're being honest, doesn't fucking matter. But people say this, oh yeah, my favourite such and such was in. I'm so depressed. My this thing wasn't in when I went to buy it. I'm so depressed. Like I get it, right? I get it. But it's become that commonplace now that we have singers and songwriters who are barely out of fucking nappies. Like these motherfuckers are barely able to fucking stand on their own 2 feet and walk across a fucking room, but are telling people that they're depressed and they've been depressed. Like motherfucker, you're saying you were depressed 10 years ago when you were 8? Like nah, nah, that's no. You don't know depression when you're 8 years old. Fuck off. You were a bit sad one day or for a couple of days. Like cool. You wouldn't know depression if it came up, fucking bit you in the arse, and fucking shoved its dick in your mouth. Like, be for real. Like, honestly, this shit pisses me the fuck off. And it is one of the most aggravating things on the planet. Is you wouldn't know, like, oh, I planned my suicide. You planned your suicide. You don't plan suicide. Like I planned my suicide, but people talked me out of it. Then you weren't suicidal. You wanted fucking attention, dickhead. People don't plan suicides and then get people to talk them out of it. That's not how it fucking works. You don't understand fucking depression and suicide if that's where you're landing with it. Like, yeah, I planned my suicide at age such and such, and but so and so, my friends talked to me. No, no, fuck off. Like, you wouldn't know fucking suicidal thoughts if they fucking bent you over and raped your fucking asshole. Like, understand this shit. Like, this is the most aggravating thing I have ever come across, and it is so annoying. It's to the point where it makes me, and I don't say this lightly, fucking kill myself. Like, you wouldn't know suicidal thoughts. Like, understand that you don't know suicidal thoughts. Like, you wouldn't know suicidal thoughts if you sat on the edge of until you've sat on the edge of a bridge with someone on the other end of a phone talking to you. Somebody trying to talk you down because they just so happen to call. You wouldn't know suicidal thoughts. Have you ever sat on the edge of a bridge just looking at what's below you? Have you ever walked down the street and went, if I was just to walk into traffic right now, would anybody miss me? Like, how much would it hurt? Would I actually die or would it just hurt me a lot? What about if I did it with a bus? Like, you don't know suicidal thoughts until you've fucking taken your own mortality into introspection. Like, until you have stared God in the face and realised that that is where you are. Depression and suicide are not things to be fucking joked about. They are not things that you should be talking about if you don't understand them. You're talking about things that people use on a daily basis. People have to fucking fight with on a daily basis. Depression is not something that you just fucking joke about. Pills that you take. Oh yeah, I've taken fucking Xanax and this and that. But what to fucking do, that kid? You're talking about things that people take on a daily basis just to make sure that they have enough get up and go to get through the day. Not even do anything, just survive from the morning until they go to bed. Have you ever, you're talking about depression as if it's, oh, I'm just a little bit sad. Have you ever been so depressed that you cannot physically make yourself go to sleep? You are so tired that you have just fallen asleep in the middle of the day at work. Or have you? Well, don't fucking talk shit about it then. Don't talk about it if you haven't been it. Where you lie in bed for fucking 10 hours from 10 o'clock to, well, what, 9 hours from 10 o'clock to 7 o'clock. But then you got up half an hour before you know everybody's alarms are supposed to go off, just so that you can pretend like you were the first one up, even though you didn't fucking sleep a wink. Have you done that before? Well, don't talk shit then. Have you ever just lay in bed after everybody's got up, pretending that you were asleep, just so that everybody thinks that you got some sleep? Have you? Well, don't talk shit about it then. Like, you motherfuckers are out here talking about things that people people survive on. People are literally out here surviving on this stuff. People are literally out here using these pills to make sure that they can just get through the day. They're looking for the tiniest bit of joy in the world. The tiniest, the smallest bit. You know? Maybe they overhear somebody talking shit on someone, or they overhear a joke and it makes them smile, and that is just enough. Just enough to make them consider continuing that day. Do you understand that? They follow their same routine and they go into the shop in the morning with their earphones in, and they buy their whatever they're buying, their water, their crisps, their biscuits, their fucking ginger, whatever it might be. And the person at the checkout who sees them every single day goes, everything okay? And then they realise, they might think, well, maybe somebody will miss me. But then those depressive thoughts kick into gear. And they go, well, probably not. Yeah, he sees me every day, but if I'm not there after a week or two, he'll probably just think I got a new job. He'll probably just think I've moved somewhere else. Like, he doesn't care about me. How the fuck would somebody that doesn't know me care about me? The people that I know in my life don't even care about me. So why the fuck would some random person who runs a checkout at a fucking shop care about me? Care about how I am? Care about my mental status? Care if I'm too tired or too fucking... The people that I work with and sit beside on a daily basis, you know, the 6 or 7 people that I consider my work friends, they don't even care that much to ask me how I am or say I look fucking this. So why the fuck would the guy behind the checkout care? And then you have to look for something else. There's another little thing. There's got to be something else. There has to be a thing that can drive you forward, to make you want to not give up on that day. To not just pack it all in and say, fuck it, I'm done, I give up. But where does it come? Does it come at all? Do you just get home and nothing's happened, so you just lie on your couch, staring at the fucking ceiling, or watching fucking YouTube, and the videos are just playing the next one, and the next one, and the next one, and you couldn't tell what you've watched over the last 20 minutes or the hour or the half hour. You couldn't tell because you weren't actually watching it. It's just on, it's noise in the background to keep your attention away from what the fuck's going on. Or hopefully keep your attention away from what's going on. But then you've got to put the smile on. You've got to keep the chin up, because you've got people in your house that might notice something's wrong. So you've got to play pretend. You've got to make sure that everybody knows everything's fine. You've got to make sure that the fucking people that are around about you don't notice that something's wrong. And then the depressive thoughts kick back in. Well, how come the guy at the shop noticed and I was just being my normal self then, but the people at home don't notice? Because why don't they care enough to notice? Why don't the people that are around me care enough to notice? I must just not matter that much. I must just be some fucking scum on the bottom of people's shoes nobody fucking cares about. Why don't people want to cuddle me, or, why don't people want to pay attention to me, or talk to me, or listen to me, or be near me? Why don't people want to fucking, hold a conversation with me? I must just be scum. And that's why only fucking nobodies notice, because they're nobodies as well, and I'm a nobody, so then we're the same, and that's why they notice, because they're the same as me. So really, he doesn't care. He just thinks that I might be X, Y, or Z. Do you understand? Have you lived that thought process? Yeah? Well, maybe you need to go and seek some help. You need to reach out to someone. Motherfuckers are out here talking about shit that they don't fucking understand on any level. Any level. I don't give a fuck who you are or what the fuck you say. You do not understand this shit. If you're talking about taking Xanax and pills like that so that you can have a good fucking time, you don't understand depression on any level. Don't tell me about your fucking sad rappers and your fucking, your fucking, I don't know, your depressive singers. Like, I don't want to hear it. If you haven't lived it, then you can't talk about it. That's it. If you don't have experience of it, then you don't have knowledge of it. Understand that. Do we understand this information? You must be aware of the fact that there are people out there who live with this on a daily basis, to the point where they are standing quite literally on the precipice of the cliff, just waiting to see if the breeze is strong enough to push them over. There are people in your life like this. They will not look like it. They will not show it to you. But understand, there are people in your life like this. And the music industry is quite prevalent for it, and I find it fucking disgusting that they are out here pushing this narrative that being depressed is cool, and being depressed is a fun thing, and you get Xanax and then you can take them. No, that's not cool. Ain't cool in the slightest. Like, y'all motherfuckers are out here talking about shit that affects people on a daily fucking basis. Understand that. Please understand that. Like, unless, like I said, you have stared into the face of God and taken your life and inspected it with severe introspection, to the point where you are looking into the chasm of nothingness that is the end of your life, then you cannot speak on it. You do not have the right. You cannot talk about being suicidal because you have not experienced it. And I just want to say one final thing, and please, please understand this. Anyone who is listening to this, who is suffering, who is dealing with this as something that they are going through, please reach out to someone. Speak to someone. You are not alone. And I know I am just some random Scottish kilt wearing ginger haired fucking whiskey drinking scumbag. But personally, I understand. And if you listen to anything that I said, you will know that I have an understanding of what the situation is and how it goes. So please, please just reach out to someone, anyone, even me. Write me a DM on Twitter or a fucking comment on YouTube or I don't know, something, anything. Just don't allow yourself to stare into that chasm because it can and it will take you. And there is only so much help that you can get once you have leapt. And if you have literally leapt, then unfortunately there is nothing that can. But once you have leapt into the chasm and into the depths of just darkness that surrounds you, there is nothing that anyone will be able to do to help you. That is something that you need to do. You need to be the one to reach out and to seek the help. Once you seek the help, then people will be able to help pull you back out of that. And I just really want you to understand that there are people there with their hands and stretching out into that darkness to help you. You just need to reach up and grab. You need to be the one that reaches up and grabs. If you can do that, then you will be okay. Please, just reach up and grab. Please. Thank you, everybody, for listening. Nothing at the end. Just y'all have a good day.